Hello everyone, welcome back. Good old classic video for you today. We're going to do what's in the bag. I'm going to talk you through the clubs that I've been using for the majority of this season. Maybe not into 2025, but we'll have a look, won't we? So yeah, this is what's in the bag. Yes, hello everyone, welcome back to the club. My name is Jack, this is Jack Lee Golf. If it's your first time around here, please make sure you subscribe and like and sharing the video, that'll mean the world to me. Right, we are on the range here at the club. We've got about 103 yards, we're going to start wedges, we're going to work his way up, and then I think I'll save the putter till last because it's a pretty special one, pretty funky one. So, wedges. These have changed since last time I've seen you, but you may have seen them before. So the deal with the wedges is I had some TaylorMade MG4s. I didn't really get on with them, so I gave them to my brother for his birthday. You know, kind, nice guy, all that kind of stuff. So what we're left with now is I have got a Titleist Vokey SM9 lob wedge, 60 degrees M grind. I have got a SM7 54 degrees, 10 degrees S grind, and an SM9 50 degrees F grind, 8 degrees of bounce. So the 60 got fitted for these down at Garforth Golf Centre a couple of years ago. Pitched and chipped quite well with them, so the fact that I didn't get on with the TaylorMade, it was a sensible decision to go back to these. Specs-wise, all 1 degree upright, all Project X at 5.5 shafts. The reason I go 5.5 is just to make sure I retain a good bit of spin and keep those spin rates high. So grinds-wise, the reason I've got an M in the 60 is because as we've got a little bit of sole grounded off on this rear side here on the trailing edge, I find that when I sit it open, the leading edge doesn't sit too high, so I'm a bit more confident over flop shots and shots that I need to elevate a little bit more. 54 degree, which is actually bent to 55, so this is 1 degree weak. I go 50, 55, 60. This is just a standard sole, don't really tend to open it up. Same with the 50. 50, I had two options. I could either go 8 degrees of bounce or 12 degrees of bounce, and because of the way that I strike the ball, because of my angle of attack and stuff, I'm just a little bit more preferred to 8 degrees of bounce, a little bit less. So what I'll do, I'll hit a couple of shots. We have got 103 yard, I think, to the flag on the range. Grips, Decade multi-compound. I've had these since I was about 15. I won't really think about using anything else. Standard size. Let's see if we can get it pretty close to that flag. So nothing too spectacular with the wedges other than I had a set and I've gone back to them. Upgrade-wise, the next set I've got my eye on is probably the Ping S159, I59. One thing that I like about them is the retention in the wet. So My Golf Spy did a lot of testing, Pings put it out there a little bit. One thing that normally happens when you get a bit of moisture on the face, lose friction, launch angles increase, spin decreases, you get less with that with the new Ping. So I'll be interested to try them out at some time. So let's hit a couple, 55 degrees, see if I can get it nice and close to that flag. This is just a bit of a case of going back to something that I know, just in the meantime until I get something new, that's all. Specs-wise, when I do get my new ones, they're going to be the same again. They're going to be 1 degrees upright, Project X 5.5, multi-compound grips, standard length as well. Touch thin, that one. Gapping-wise, reason I've got 60, 55, 50 is just purely down to distance gapping. My pitching wedge, I think, is about 45 degrees as well, so I've got 5 degrees in between each club there. Or a bit better strike. Just pushed it a touch. All in all, though, pretty good. So yeah, mixture of SM7s and SM9s. You notice I've got stamping on them as well. The stamping is a little bit muddled up due to the fact that I go for themes with my wedges. So all my SM9s, I went for a Max and Paddy Phoenix Nights theme. I had Magnet, Frank Magnet, Steele, Tony Steele, and I'm Evil, because he goes, I'm evil, like that. The reason the 55 says Charlton is because I went for the United Trinity, so I got lower Charlton best, so that's why they're mixed up. That's the wedges, let's get into the irons next. So we're going to do this next bit in two parts because I've got a combo set. So from pitching wedge to 7 that I'm going to show you now, I've got the TaylorMade P7 MBs. As soon as these clubs come out, absolutely love the look of them, and I thought I've got to get a bit of that in my life. The only drawback with these, and more, I say more so, similarly with the top end of the set, they're just a little bit too thin and a little bit unforgiving. So as I don't tend to play as much golf now as what I have done in the past, I could probably do with a little bit more help. So if I am to upgrade these in the future, probably look for something a little bit more forgiving. Just to perform a little bit better on off-centre strikes, that kind of stuff. Forged, feel absolutely beautiful. Shafts-wise, a little bit stiffer than what I've got in my wedges. 6.0 Project X. I've not been for a proper shaft club fitting for about 3 or 4 years now, so it would be interesting to see if I need to swap these shafts out, get something a little bit different. Something might be out there now that suits my needs a little bit better. Standard length, 1 degree upright, again lie angle, and of course we've got the United Decade Golf Pride multi-compound grip. So flags at 162, I've got an 8 iron. Let's see what we can do. Just drawing back to target. Distance a touch shy. One thing I did notice definitely in the initial stages with these irons, because they're a little bit weaker lofted, because they're a bit spinnier, losing distance compared to the set that I had before. But as I've warmed into them a little bit more, distance crept back a little bit, and it's not been too much of an issue. So that were a better start line, that one. Just overdrew it. Spot on lengthwise. I'm going to do a video shortly where I talk through the distances that I hit my golf club, so stay tuned for that one. And if you've got any other content ideas, get them in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear what you guys want to see when it comes to content on this channel, so that were a good shot. Beautiful. Right, so that's the lower half of my irons. Now we're going to move into the TaylorMade P7 MCs, the muscle cavities. These are the muscle blades, muscle backs. So the reason I have a split cavity set, split set, combo set in the first place is because I like a little bit more forgiveness when it comes to the top half of the set. Didn't have these in hand before I actually ordered them, and one thing that I found as soon as I got them was that top line is so thin, and these are probably a little bit scarier than what I would have hoped for. Don't mean that I can't hit them, still have a decent degree of success with them, but again, I would prefer something a little bit more forgiving. Shaft's exact same, lie angle's exact same, 1 degree upright, forged, beautiful feel again. Did expect them to be a little bit more forgiving than they were. I had one problem with my 6 iron, and I'll put a little clip in so you can see this a bit clearer. I'll put a clip in so you can see this a little bit clearer. The loft was a little bit out, so I've had to add a little bit of loft to my 6 iron. Now I'm finding that the 6 and the 5 distance-wise were a bit too close. As I have bent it and added a little bit of loft, it's actually added a little bit of offset to the head. So 5 and 4 look different to 6, as the 6 has now got a bit more offset. But it's not the worst thing in the world. If anything, it's a little bit more confidence inspiring and it helps me out a little bit. So we've got 200 yard now. I've got a 5 iron. Let's see if we can get it pretty close. This is probably ball striking wise. I fancy myself to be okay ball striking wise, but this part of the bag, I would say that when it goes, this is the most off part of my game at the minute. So if I can get a head that's a little bit more forgiving, then I think that'll give me a little bit more help then. It says that as an absolutely ripped one. Will it draw back? Happy with that. That's a good shot. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm talking absolute rubbish. Bit toey. So distance-wise, then you can see that I've lost 14 yard of carry, and that weren't the craziest strike. It was definitely more toe side. One more. Touch thin. Carried back up there though. 3 pretty good shots. All hitting target there. All little draws. Pretty good. So yeah, that's my irons. TaylorMade MCs, MBs, Project X 6.0. United grips on them. Okay, next up we move into a 4 hybrid. So I go from a 4 iron, which is slightly weaker in loft because of the nature of it, to a 4 hybrid. Pink G410, the club, head cover, of course. I would say available down here, but we're sold out now. So this is a 22 degree head, lofted down 1 degree, so it's currently at 21. Reason I've done this, 2 reasons. Distance gapping, so it just distances itself away from my 4 iron. 4 iron tends to go about 210, this goes more about 225. Shaft wise, I have a Ping Tour 85 stiff in this one, a little bit different to my 3-wood and my driver. Of course, United grip. Yeah, the second reason as to why I loft it down as well, just sits the face open ever so slightly. Always used to find with hybrids, because of the nature of them, because they tend to be a little bit more upright and a bit more draw biased, it was a little bit easier for me to turn them too far left, but with this one it's pretty good. So one of the best hybrids that I've ever used. That's the reason why it's a little bit older, this one, and retains its place in my bag. So we've got a flag set out there at 233. Let's see if we can get there. It might just be out of reach, this one, but we'll give it a try. Not a draw. I think distance should be pretty good if it runs up a bit. 230 total, yeah. So kind of does what it says on the tin. At the minute, I am a little bit of a draw bias player. That can change on the round. I don't practice as much as what I should do these days, so it's kind of whatever I've got on the day, that's what I go with. But for the time being, I'm drawing it a little bit. Bit of a lower strike. You can see though, consistency wise, it's kind of doing something very similar every time, which makes it quite easy and nice for me to aim on course. I know roughly where I need to aim and I know what kind of is going to happen when it comes to that ball flight. Just didn't draw back. Three pretty similar shots though, and I won't be too fussed with them if I were out on course. So yeah, Ping G410 hybrid. Next up, we're going to move into my favourite club in the bag, 3-wood. So we've got Adamstahl head cover, one of my favourite courses in the world, in Austria, that one. People say it's Leeds United colours, it's not, it's Europe Ryder Cup colours. Ping G, you've seen this a million times before, my favourite club, probably will never ever come out of my bag. Quite old now, Ping Tour X80 shaft in this one, United grip. A little bit different head-wise, so this one is lofted up. The reason why this one's lofted up, I was finding that when it was at the standard loft of 14.5, it was just getting a bit too close to my driver, a bit too far away from the 3 hybrid. So I've lofted it up. You would think that that would close the face a little bit more, but I don't really tend to have too many directional problems with it. I've told the story a million times. I've had one of these before, cracked the face, sent it back to Ping. Ping said we could send you a brand new G410, which was the driver out at the time. I said, absolutely not, I want you to send me the exact same one. This face has now got some wear and tear. Fingers crossed it holds on for 40 years. That'd be nice. Don't ever want another 3-wood. So now we've got a flag set at 245. Let's see if we can get it up there. Just didn't draw. Carries 236, so distance-wise we're pretty good. Not bad. I can do better than that though. Funny how probably worst shot of it today is probably my favourite club, but as is golf. That was a better shot, just overturning. This is some advert for my favourite club, isn't it? One more, and then we're going to driver, and then we're going to say putter for the last. That's a better one. 235, just overturned it a little bit again. Barring anything crazy, this club is staying in my bag for a very long time, so still my favourite. Ping G, beautiful club. Now, the driver. 1999 Man United head cover. This is the Ping G430. Couple of unique things about this driver. So I went to Gainsborough, got fitted, loved the experience, loved the outcome. Ping Tour 65 extra stiff shaft. We have gone in the chrome and not the black. Tried the black, didn't get everything out of it. Max head, not low spinning. 10.5 degrees in loft. I had a problem with my old Stealth 2 of launching it, saw some lower spin, so going up in loft has helped me increase that spin, if not a little bit too much now. Weight setting at the back is in fade to help me not close that face down too much, and I've also recently de-lofted it down to 9 degrees, I think it is now. Just saw some spins getting a bit excessive. I do have a tendency to strike it lower in face, which is going to accentuate that, cause me to spin it a little bit more. So just done a couple of tweaks to make sure it's a bit more optimum ball flight wise. Do really like it though. Love the forgiveness. I was fitting a lot of people into these drivers, seeing people strike it all over the face and get really good results, and I thought I want a bit of that for myself, and I didn't have that with my old TaylorMade Stealth 2 Plus. So we've got a flag out there at 277. Let's give it a go. The shot that I'm always guarding against this is one that does turn too much from right to left. So as that one's not came back, that's not too bad. That pretty good. As Rick Shields will say, good for length. That was a good strike. That's the best one. So we've got spin down to 2000, strike height were good, carries 273. Rolling out to, pardon me, 290, nearly 294. So beautiful. 180, a good one. That's the flight, that's the shape, they're the numbers. That were good. I'm a bit rusty, so I've always got a couple of bad ones then. Right, last but not least, the putter. So up to start of this year, had some real struggles with the putter. I had a Scotty Cameron, hated it, absolutely hated it. Got online fitted for this. This is a Lab DF3, Directed Force 3. You can see, obviously, Manchester United colours. We've got the standard black shaft, we've got the pistol grip, we've got a slightly different sight line, so I prefer just one line as the standard. There comes a little bit of a T shape with the sight line. Really, really like this putter. I did a very naive review a few years ago on a Mez Max. Didn't understand the technology behind the Lab putters. The more I got to know about what Lab putters do and what they can offer for you, I got more enticed by it to the point where I bought my own. So I love the idea of the lie angle balance. So you can see as I spin it in my hand, it's going to want to always return to square, which is really, really cool. It's nice knowing that in stroke, unless I do something crazy, twisting the face, it's going to want to be delivered square. That's not to say that it always gets delivered square, because I think as golfers we can always override it. But the looks They're a little bit unique. I think it can put some people off. It doesn't really deter me that much. I think it's grown on me a little bit, the look to this putter. Love the stability. I was finding, I do some really shallow statistics. I was averaging 32 putts around, which for someone my level is really, really poor. And since I've had this, it's brought me down to 29 putts per round. So I've shaved off on average 3 putts per round. So that alone, I think, makes it worth its weight in gold. So liking this putter. Might be due a grip change sometime soon, but yeah, I don't think this is going to be working its way out of my bag anytime soon. Obviously, love the colour scheme, black and red, with a little bit of white on for United. So yeah, that's my putter, the Lab Directed Force 3. The bag itself is tailor-made, not mad keen on it. I wanted a proper red, white and black one. United colours, it came as maroon, so that's not great. I did have another bag which did not have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dividers in it. It had like 9 dividers, really threw me off because I like to go woods and putter, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wedges in bottom. The accessories, things that are in my bag, I've got a Milesy rangefinder, been absolutely wicked this. Probably going to do a separate video on this at some point, but it's brilliant. It's got slope, all that kind of stuff. I keep the slope on because I don't really play in competitions that much anymore. This is brilliant, as accurate as any Bushnell that I've ever owned, so that is absolutely mint. A couple of bag tags on here, one from Els Club, played that last year, that was brilliant. I had a Woburn one somewhere, we've just recently played Woburn, so that was cool. In here, what we got, bottle of water, Titleist Dry Joys bucket hat, because it always rains in England, that's why we love it indoors. Waterproof jacket in there, winter mittens as well, it's getting cold. It's got some Galvin Green winter mittens that have still got hand warmers inside them from last time I played, so, and in England that could have been August. Anything in this pocket here? Spare change, you never know when you need a couple of quid for a chocolate bar out like that. Nothing in that pocket. Ball markers, stuff like that. Let's have a look what we've got. So I've got a line them up, but it's a clip one. Pretty cool, just clip it onto your golf ball. Use a line on my balls now with using the Lab putter. I have got a Dubai Hills pitch mark repairer there. I've got a ball marker from the Open, that was Royal Birkdale, I do believe. Pencil from Monterey, nice golf course in Portugal. Royal Birkdale marker. Me and Badge went and played Royal Birkdale last year, that was mint. I've got a ball marker that I hold very close to my heart. This is from the Top of the Rock in Missouri, personalised, got the little JL thing on it there. This was given to me from Sam Gaylor, a long-term client of mine, very good young man, Sam. The club marker, obviously available at the club, two-sided, they're wicked. Ball stamp, I will tell you a bit more about this later on. This has been one of my favourite additions to the bag recently. Royal Lytham and St Anne's ball marker, probably the most frequently used ball marker that I've got. The Valdelobo pitch mark repairer, that's cool. Monterey ball marker that were given to me by D. Pyatt, junior member at Ickleton, very kind gift. Slaley pitch mark repairer, I've got far too much crap in my bag. Black Sharpie, don't use it. Royal St George's pitch mark repairer that I got given for free when we played Royal St George's. Royal Birkdale Lipsell, yeah, I know what you're thinking, that's mint. North Berwick pitch mark repairer, that's a flex, isn't it? That is a good golf course. And my most used pitch mark repairer from the Race to Dubai Pro-Am 2021 from Albatross Golf Events, that's cool. And then last but not least, golf ball wise, Titleist Pro V1X. With me being quite a high characteristic spin player, I don't think the Pro V1X is the most suited to me now. You can obviously see the Man United stamp there, which is mint. Got the green line, green means go, love that, matches up nicely to my Lab putter. I think next year, oh yeah, what, shameless plug, you what? Next year, I think I'm going to probably go to the Pro V1, just to help bring them spin rates down a touch. But these have been good. I mean, Titleist remain to be the industry standard when it comes to golf balls, so can't really say a bad word about it, but I am thinking about switching back to the Pro V1s. Glove-wise, I've got the club's own golf gloves that we have, supplied by Asbury Golf. Right, and this is, it will sound like a shameless plug, but these are honestly the best gloves that I've ever used. This glove that I've got here, I don't know if you can see that, I'll get it in front of the camera. So this has been used for about 12 rounds of golf and 300 balls that I've hit in here. Previous ones that I've used, likes a FootJoy, likes a Titleist, would probably be in that condition after 6 rounds, something like that. So incredibly durable, really liking these. This is what it looks like in a packet, the £14.99, and you get a free ball marker with it as well. How cool is that? The reason why I don't have the ball marker on when I hit shots is because sometimes it pings off, so take it off, put it in your pocket. Best gloves in golf, not even joking. So yeah, there you go, that was my what's in the bag for 2024. I think there might be a few changes afoot when it comes to next year. Golf ball, wedges, potentially irons, we'll have to wait and see on that one. That's pretty much it from me today. So if you've liked this video, please make sure you're doing the usuals of liking, sharing, subscribing. On the subscription front, big thank you to everyone that subscribed in my time that I had kind of not doing content like this. 27,000 subscribers for someone like me is absolutely ridiculous, so I can't thank you enough for that. Let's see if we can make a push to 30. That'd be wicked. If I can get to 30,000 subscribers, that'd be ridiculous. Yeah, like it, share it around. That's pretty much it from me today. Big thank you for watching again. See you in the next one. Laters.